Previously in this unit, you guys have proved triangles congruent by, we have side, 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 and we also have done two more. We've done HLR, so we have side, 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 and HLR, and remember that is you have to have a right angle, first of all. The hypotenuse has to be congruent in both triangles, and one of the legs, so it can be either this leg or this leg, it doesn't matter. Just one of them has to be congruent. And the third one that we did on Friday was having a triangle that was congruent by side, angle, side. So we have side, angle, side. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And today we're going to do angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side. And that completes the 5 ways that you can prove triangles congruent. So moving on to today, we have angle, side, angle, and I'm just going to draw a picture of it so you can see it. If we have two triangles that are congruent by angle, side, angle, it has to be angle, side, angle. So it has to be in order, angle, side, angle. In that order. It can't not go from here to here to here because that would be angle, angle, side. So it has to go angle, side, angle. And then our next one would be angle, angle, side. So if we draw two triangles, we have angle, angle, and then side. So angle, angle, and side. So what I'm saying is this side is congruent to this side, this angle is congruent to this angle, and this angle is congruent to this angle. So angle, in this order, I have to go angle, angle, side. I have to go angle, angle, side. So moving on to our examples. Is it possible to prove that the triangles are congruent? If so, state the postulate or theorem you would use. So for this one, we have angle, side, angle. So if you read them in order, it's easy to figure out which rule that you can use for your angle or to prove your angles congruent. So we have angle here, side, angle. So I would say angle, side, angle. Number 2, we have angle, angle, and then it should be a side right here. Or I could see if I go that way. I could try to go this way and say angle, angle, and then side. And that works because we do have an angle, angle, side one. So then I go over here. I go to the same one that's marked congruent as this one. So these two are the same. So I have angle, and then I go up here to angle, and then to side. So they are congruent by angle, angle, side. Number 3, we have side, angle, and then we have side. So to prove these congruent, we would have to say side, angle, side, side, angle, side. So they are all congruent by 3 different ways. Angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and side, angle, side. Now we're going to move on to our second example. State the third congruence that is needed to prove that triangle DEF is congruent to ABC. So if I look at the givens, DE is congruent, DE is congruent to AB, so they're the same measure, and angle D is congruent to angle A. So in order to prove it with using angle, angle, side, I would have to go from angle to another angle to a side. So I cannot go, if you think about it, I can't go angle this way because this side would have to be proven congruent, and it's not. So I'm going to, they won't let me erase that. So I would have to go But this I'd have to go the opposite way, go this way. So angle, angle, side, angle, angle, side. So I'm going to say that angle F is congruent to, and same thing on this other triangle, angle C, angle, angle, side. Angle C, angle A, angle F. So if I can hopefully erase that. Nope, it's not letting me erase. So I'm just going to redraw those triangles. Whoa, that's terrible. Try this again. That, like that. So we have FE. FE is congruent to CB. And angle F is congruent to angle C. And we're trying to prove it by angle, side, angle. So I would have to go in this direction, starting at an angle, and go this way, so my side is in between. So angle, side, angle. So I would have to say that angle E is congruent to angle B. And then, if I would do this again, whoops, I better redraw those triangles. Now they're saying DF, so this side is congruent to AC, and angle F is congruent to angle C, and I need to prove it by side, angle, side, so I'm going to start at a side. I'm going to have the angle in between, and I have to say it's this side right here to go in order, side, angle, side. So this side is congruent to this side, which is EF on this triangle, whoops, I'm sorry, EF on this triangle, and BC or CD on this, or CB on this triangle. Since I started with E and I went to F, I better start with B and go to C, which is this example right here. I'm going to put BC. Okay, moving on to the second page of our notes. Okay, we're asking you to try this now. So after you've tried it, please watch the video to check your answers. So angle C and angle Z, AC and XZ are congruent, and they want to angle, angle, side. So I have to start and end with I have to start with an angle and end with the side. So I'm going to go in this direction now because I have a side and an angle, and I need an angle, angle, side. So I'm working backwards to get this angle, but I go this way to say it, angle, angle, side. So B is congruent to angle Y. Moving on to our next one, we have B and angle Y, and AB and XY, and I'm trying to prove it by angle, side, angle. So I have to start with an angle, side, angle. So I'm going to go angle, side, and then angle, angle, side, angle. So angle A is congruent to angle X. And our last example, we're going to say BC is congruent to YZ, and angle B is congruent to angle Y, and I'm trying to prove side, angle, side, so I have to start with the side. So I'm going to start with side and go to angle, and then this side has to be congruent, just like this one, side, angle, this one has to be congruent. So I'll mark that. So AB is congruent to XY. Now looking at our multiple choice, which postulate or theorem can be used to prove that ABC is congruent to DEF? Well, I have a right angle here, which gives me a good clue that it's maybe HLR. So, doesn't have to be though, but it can be. I don't have anything else marked, no sides are marked, so I would have to say there's not enough information. The only thing they tell us is that it's a right angle. Now on to our favorite part of the notes is the proof. Yay! So we're going to start with number 1. BE is congruent to BC. So BE is congruent to BC. Awesome. Number 1 given. And that just proved a side was congruent. Let me erase that. Write that a little better. Number 1 is a given. And that we're going to mark as a side. Number 2, we're going to say angle A is congruent to angle D, and that is also a given. And that is obviously an angle. So we're going to put an A there. And number 3, we need one more thing, either a side or an angle. And I don't have any reflexive because there's no overlapping, but I do have vertical angles. So I would say angle ABE is congruent to angle DBC, because if vertical angles, then congruent angles. And that is another angle. So number 4, I have 3 things here, and my choices are angle, angle, side, side, angle, side, and side, 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 and angle, side, angle, and then HLR. Those are my 5 choices to prove triangles congruent. And so this one's out because I have 2 angles, that one's out because I have 2 angles, and that one's out because I don't have a right angle. So it's between these 2, and so we look at the order, and we have side, angle, angle, or I could read it this way, angle, angle, side, and that one is familiar to me. That is right here, angle, angle, side. So I'm going to prove this is congruent by angle, angle, side. So triangle ABE is congruent to triangle DBC by side, angle, side. Okay, now you're going to want to take out your books, or take out or open up your book on your computer to page 252 and complete the homework.